Hi folks, it's Björn here, and you have probably all seen my last video about the BYD stock correction I forecasted. And today I will bring or tell you even more great news about BYD's recent activities and why the share price rose and what that means for the future. So make sure to stick around. On the evening of May the 11th, BYD Co. Limited announced that the board of directors passed a resolution that the company intends to spin off its subsidiary BYD Semiconductors and to list it on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange Growth Enterprise Market. Therefore, BYD shares rose 40% over the last 2 weeks in reaction to the company's disclosure that its board had approved plans for an initial public offering of the chip business on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange Growth Enterprise Market. According to BYD and other analysts, BYD has no chip shortage issues on their NEVs, new energy vehicle production, for the April until June quarter, unlike for example NIO, as they need to scale back on their EV production due to the chip shortage. And that is another big advantage of BYD, as they are completely self-sufficient and don't rely on other companies like NIO, which I mentioned already in my NIO analysis, in case you want to check it out. The BYD Semiconductor mainly manufactures IGBT, so insulated jade bipolar transistor related chips. The chip manufacturing process is 45 nanometers and the chip manufacturer's process is self-reliant and self-controlled independently, which is really important. The chip unit was set up in 2004 and has been involved in developing, designing and producing power semiconductors, IC chips, sensors and LED products which have been used in BYD's electric vehicles as well as in other industrial and commercial applications over the years. Aside from cars, BYD has also staked out a presence in mobile phone assembly, solar panel production and even COVID mask making. I hope that is over soon. In 2020, BYD's IGBT chip wafer production capacity has reached 50,000 pieces a month, and it is expected to reach 100,000 pieces per month in 2021. And it can supply 1.2 million new energy vehicles in a year. In 2019, in terms of sales, Infineon ranked first in the Chinese automotive-grade IGBT chip market, with a market share of 49.3%. Followed by BYD, which mainly supplies its own brand of new energy vehicles and achieved therefore a 20% market share. BYD Semiconductor generated a net profit of 58.63 million yuan, which is roughly $9.1 million last year, down however 30% from a year before, even though its revenues rose by 31% to 1.44 billion yuan in 2021. But the future, however, looks really bright for the semiconductor part of BYD. The group took a 2.7 billion yuan from 34 external investors during 2 rounds of fundraising last year for BYD Semiconductor, previously known as BYD Microelectronics. Its ownership of the business fell to 72.3% as investors, including a joint venture involving US venture capital group Sequoia Capital and a fund run by smartphone maker Xiaomi, came on board, along with various state-sponsored funds including the technology-focused State Development and Investment Corp. And that is not all, folks. BYD is currently attacking the European market. BYD has won a major fleet order with Berg Varabus in Sweden, making a notable new customer for BYD and the first time that BYD e-buses will be seen in service with the Scania region public transport operator. A total of 79 pure electric emission-free e-buses will include 12-meter models and BYD's latest Class 2 30-meter and Class 2 50-meter models. Several vehicles will be built at BYD's production facility in I don't know how to pronounce his name, Komárom, Hungary. Further, BYD sold 30 buses to Madrid in Spain and 50 in Turin, Italy. And the biggest news, BYD has signed a collaboration with the Australian driver ST Baker. ST Baker plans to offer a variety of electric vehicles to Australian mass market in the future and plans to import models that cost less than $35,000. Last week, the Australian engineered a $2.2 billion deal to bring the Brisbane-based electric car charging station specialist Tritium to the US computer stock exchange Nasdaq via a SPAC transaction. So that were a lot of information, and I don't even include all of them for the sake of the video length. But at least you have a little overview what is going on with BYD recently. And most analysts I have read about as well change their opinion and say BYD is a buy right now. But as I have bought the dip last month, I will hold my shares and wait what the next earnings report will say, which should be in July, I think. And most importantly, how the market will react to it. But before watching another video, and I recommend to check out my stock analysis playlist, which I will link after this video. Let me know in the comments what is your opinion of BYD and what you think about their future. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay focused and don't get greedy. See you all next time.